Before we get this video started, I want to give a quick shout out to the Fast Break Amino. If you guys love talking basketball, then this is definitely the place for you. The link will be down in my comments. Once I heard that Kawhi Leonard wasn't going to play tonight, I was pretty turned off to this game, but now I'm pretty glad that he didn't. I wouldn't have been able to finish the game. The Raptors absolutely slaughtered the Lakers. It's pretty disappointing too, honestly. I mean, I know the Lakers are coming off a back-to-back against the Blazers, but you got the potentially best team in the East coming into your house without their best player. You would hope that they would get up for that game, you know? But before I go more in depth for my thoughts on this game, let's talk about the numbers. Final score of the game was 121-107 with the Raptors taking the win. For Toronto, Kyle Lowry had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 15 assists. Serge Ibaka had 34 points and 10 rebounds. And Pascal Siakam had 16 points and 13 rebounds. As a team, the Raptors shot 50% from the field, 28% from behind the three-point line, and 92% from the free throw line. Moving on to the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma had 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. LeBron had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. And Lonzo Ball had 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. As a team, the Lakers shot 45% from the field, 25% from behind the three-point line, and 79% from the free throw line. Alright, so now you've got the numbers, I like to start off by talking about the winners. Let's talk about the Raptors. One thing that was noticeable for the Raptors immediately was that they were able to get some very good penetration inside. A lot of that was due to the Lakers playing pretty awful defense, but still the Raptors did a good job converting, and it really helped open up the floor for some wide open three-point attempts. If somebody on the Raptors besides Danny Green had got hot shooting from behind the arc, this game could have been a lot worse. I mean, both Fred VanVleet and CJ Miles both shot over from behind the three-point line, and how often is that going to happen? While I'm on the topic of Raptors offense, I should also mention that their ball movement was fantastic the whole game. They weren't overpassing, and every time they moved the ball, it felt meaningful. There was also a lot of great off-ball moving, players cutting backdoor for easy layups, things of that nature. And then in transition, especially after turnovers, they were pushing the ball up the floor quickly and finding each other for easy shots. The Raptors also had a really good day on the offensive glass, pulling down 13 offensive rebounds. And they were able to convert for some second chance points on a lot of those. Coming into the year, I think we all knew the Raptors were going to be a very talented defensive team, and tonight I really believe they showed that. I'm having a tough time remembering the Lakers taking an easy shot last night. They were also able to force the Lakers into a bunch of turnovers, which they did a great job taking advantage of on the offensive end. And this is without their best defensive player. To me, right now, the Raptors are definitely the team to beat in the East. The season's still young though, so we'll see how that statement holds up. But that is actually all I had to say about the Raptors. Let's move on to the Lakers. The most obvious issue for the Lakers last night was that defensively, they're terrible. Nobody's fighting over screens, the help never comes in time, nobody's running in transition. Everything about their defensive effort was terrible. If you're Luke Walton with the expectations for this season, you can't let that product go on the floor. And speaking of Luke Walton, some of his lineups just straight up don't make sense to me. Like, to start off the fourth quarter, I think the Lakers set on a lineup of Rondo, Lance Stevenson, KCP, Josh Hart, and Zubac. All of those players were shooting fairly poorly this game. And maybe I'm out the loop, but what's the point in putting in such a small lineup when the spacing is still terrible and you're getting killed inside and on the boards? Moving on though, one thing I will say that the Lakers did really well was move the ball in transition. They were able to push the ball up the court and get some very easy looks at the basket. Outside of transition though, I feel as if their offense looked pretty flat. Not as much off-ball movement as you'd like to see from a team with a lack of shooters. And the ball seemed to stick to one person's hand on too many possessions. And that's all I really had to say about the Lakers. Bad defense, mediocre offense. It'll be interesting to see what the Lakers do moving forward to improve this team because they need more outside threats. That's really all I had for this video though, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave me a like. If you want to talk basketball with me, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time.